Oh,
The Beast. Let's speed
Beastmaster
it
was
up.
picked up a lot during. It was picked up a decent amount at the summit, right? Against
Reasonable
Faceless
amount.
Void.
Yeah.
Like it's specifically that matchup you feel really good about, because the boar is you want anything that's like constant damage,
And the
right?
boars are
'Cause
definitely that.
he doesn't feel like he can just time walk off the damage and walk away, and reset. So and then it's BKB piercing disable, better vision, like
The
Faceless
vision
Void,
game, yeah.
because no Faceless Void gets Blink Dagger, right? You just you're a safe lane carry. You're going to build up your damage items, so you're not going to have an easy way to jump into these fights before you're level 20 against that kind of vision
not
that
at
Hawk
all.
gives you.
Yeah, well, pretty much all 4 heroes of Aster are going to mess with the Void and the Chrono.
Yeah,
They
that's true.
definitely are. Now, if you're EG, you don't have last pick here, so maybe you're thinking about taking your Abed hero potentially if something really stands out. We've seen this apparently as TA Invoker. We've been seeing it quite a bit. Do you want to play the TA into like a Beastmaster Earthshaker kind of lineup, or
I think
is that
I
too
think like the
much?
Wyvern as well with the Cold Embrace saves. I think
Too much.
TA could be. It depends, right? Yeah, how much he values going for that and having that one up
that
in the
lane,
matchup.
especially,
Yeah, but no, sort of overall, it doesn't feel like a very solid TA game. Like it wouldn't be easy for Arbed, but
Who else do you like versus Invoker then that maybe goes well with this Void's? Well, maybe you won't have to tell me. It'll be the Ember. So we've got that Abed Ember coming out. It was even, I mean, this matchup, I still remember when Poor Man shielded into the game and you had this Ember or Juggernaut versus, like, Invoker was just, like, completely broken. What an item. What do you hate more, Poor Man Shield or Iron Talon?
definitely Iron Talon.
It just changed the game, right?
Yeah,
Anyone could go jungle.
Exactly, yeah. You get way more junglers because of Iron Talon. Literally encourage jungling.
And you're not a jungler.
Don't look at me. I like both those items. I'm an offlaner.
Man,
Poor
I
Man
miss
Shield,
the days.
Shield and Iron Talon were dope items.
Bring them back.
I like Sand King, I think, for EG.
I mean, if they had S4, they'd probably snap pick it. We saw that was definitely their go-to last pick hero when he was on the team. But Ramsey's hero pool has
What have we seen him play?
been very odd. I mean, we've seen
the Legions, the
Legion,
Lycans.
Could still be
Abba.
I don't
Pudge.
know.
They could do the Ramses Pudge again.
Pudge, yeah.
Could
Oh,
be
I'd love to see some
decent
Pudge.
Batrider game.
Batrider seems nice. I guess versus Beastmaster still tough. I mean, anything versus the vision of Beastmaster is always going to be tough.
You're right.
Anyone who like wants initiation just has a tough time. So we'll be using a ton of their time on EG. Meanwhile, Aster bans out the Tiny themselves.
You could do Ogre Core.
You like it in this game?
You're with Faceless Void, so I think it's
Gets
better.
a lot more value.
Have we been seeing any Underlord?
Not really.
No,
No,
is that just-
I'm sure we've
bit
seen
here
it
and there.
maybe like once at the summit, literally one time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just thinking sort of an offlane that can offer a little bit of extra setup for the arrow, good damage to throw into the chrono, good control as well for things like the Chain Frost, and something with good magical damage to punish Cold Embrace saves, and someone that because I'm looking, you're going to want someone that's going to be building up the auras, right? You want sort of like a pipe builder.
Yeah, you have no one right now.
things,
Your
yeah.
Void, your Embers, they ain't building stuff.
And they ban us. I mean, Underlord could be solid.
Tide, okay.
Tide.
The other one,
The
the
other
other
tanky.
tank boy, yeah.
Tanky brute.
Hey, one of the reasons I like Tide, I want to hear that wins the 1v1 matchup against Beastmaster, just in case.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah,
Aster
like-
does decide to do aggro tri lane and say, hey, we've got this Beastmaster that beats X hero, let's just run aggro, then EG would be in a really bad spot for the laning phase. So I think they needed to kind of just
something like
prepare for that,
What are we looking like? What's the big carry here? Aster, you get the overall, you get the 22nd pick carry hero. What counters these heroes? Is it some quick like a Naga? Doesn't do great versus Tide? Is it someone a little more super late game oriented?
What about a bit of the old Monkey King action?
The old
Something
Monkey
that
King.
can sort of bully the Tide.
Bully
And
the Ember. But I mean, versus 3 melee cores, right? You would always have a good lane.
I like the Monkey King. I know a lot of the Chinese teams used to love picking the Monkey King in the core. I guess it has fallen off a lot recently, but just for sort of that lane matchup in itself, if you do get it, it's incredibly punishing for heroes like the Tide. And you've got great setup around you. Great vision game as well between yourself and the Beastmaster. You're going to see everything.
Cap, you feeling something a little more aggressive
I
like
thought
that?
maybe
or
Bloodseeker would have been good, but I think you don't like Tide matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know how that lane goes because I've never played it.
Is Gyro still there?
Yeah, Gyro's
Gyro's
still
in
there.
the pool. Incredibly popular carry at the moment.
Oh,
I feel like with the Gyro, you can
Beastmaster as well.
like.
You like that one a lot, Cap? You like the Gyro now?
I mean, it just feels. I think it feels nice. Like you want something that's. You have Beastmaster and Invoker who need some time. I think you need a speedier carry. Good call, Owen. I like that a lot.
I mean, I feel it's a bit rare as well. Getting through to the 5th. I mean, it's not. It's a carry that's been picked quite a few times.
Yeah.
But no, it fits very well with the sort of pace of Aster's lineup. I do like it.
And you can threaten Tidehunter.
Oh, for sure.
Because you offer so much magic damage.
Yeah.
You probably won't just because it's a Wyvern Gyro versus Tide Mirana. So I think you're probably not going to be able to shove that Tidehunter out of lane. But
So whose draft do we like more? Just straight up, is there one that sticks out, or is this more of a see how the lanes go and go from there kind of game?
I mean, I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna say I do like what Aster's got going. I'm a little worried for Ramses in the lane. I think Tide is a hero where if he doesn't get the help and he does get left alone, he can end up feeding away a few too many times, and then suddenly if this Gyro is getting a good start, he's going to be running around the map, making plays. They've got great team fight on Aster. I think Aster's rounded this draft up really nicely. I think the offlane pool was limited, and I think that Tidehunter pick does sort of show that.
I think that you do not see Tidehunter very often, and it's for a good reason. This lineup is incredibly slow from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, a lot of cooldowns.
I think that's because Aster
Holy
gave them
shit.
that opportunity to do so.
Look at that win-loss!
Yeah, 427
427 to 97.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the best win rates on Invoker I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's literally, do the maths, like
4-1 almost.
It's at 80%, right? It's better than 80%.
I believe it's around the 81.2%.
It's like an 82%
yeah.
win rate on over 500 games. This guy's insane.
That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, Aster all the way, baby. This Invoker. Chuan.
So you're agreeing you're a little on that side just because, like,
No,
one
no.
wasted Chrono, one way... No?
It's like this. I think Aster gave them the opportunity to pick a very slow lineup because they picked Invoker Beastmaster, which as a duo, I think is pretty slow already. I think they recovered it a lot by picking up Gyrocopter, but this does play into, like, EG's strength as a team, I think. I'm just going to assume that these like star players that they plugged in for this season is similar to the previous seasons of EG in that they're probably better late game. They're probably better in, like, they want to be able to outplay you. They're going to be able to make sure they always have better late game, and they have this really good high ground defense. It's a really potent team fight. It's like this is going all the way back to like the PPD EG, right? Where you just have the ultimate high ground defense of Tidehunter and Enigma or like any of these BKB piercing disables that just has the forgiveness of always being able to come back.
Well, we'll see EG invade that bottom jungle. Meanwhile, top Aster is taking it over, so no big fights, and it'll just be an easy 2 for 2.
Yeah, we see the moment.
Oh, that's
He's still just deciding which side lane he wants to go to. See
Blocking
what the
for
matchups are.
Abed, yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. Abed is the one to help them with the bounty rune, so they're not showing any critical information, but Arteezy still gives him the body block that he wants in the mid matchup against an Invoker.
So who does Arteezy want to be against here? He doesn't want to be against the Beastmaster, right?
Yeah, I think that's how that matchup's supposed to go. Because Tide will beat Beastmaster, and Tide has a harder time against Gyrocopter. But if they do swap, Tidehunter is a much better lane and safe lane against Gyrocopter. Because Gyrocopter wants the distance. He wants you to be far away from your tower, so you feel more threatened every single time by homing missile and then a long rocket barrage chase.
Oh man, bottom lane. The Winter Wyvern actually got a range creep deny over the RTZ Void there. That has to feel good. It's like the 5, you just get that first deny. Oh.
Well, they bring the Wyvern up as well, so they've got the 3 of them here to maybe threaten a kill onto EG. There's the setup with the Splinter Blast. They'll start to get a bit of damage down onto Ramses, looking to try and clear the creeps here with that early point actually in flak, going for the level 1 flak to attempt for this harass. Will force Ramses back.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, the early level of Gush as well. You got some interesting choices.
Interesting level 1s here from both sides.
Ramses is level 2 already. Now Mirana has whiffed 2 arrows, but one of them connects. You hit it on the Winter Wyvern. Probably is going to be a kill, which does mean it is this Beastmaster solo bottom right now. Void will get that farm, and that means it is middle lane. It will be that Ember versus Invoker. 10-2 versus 5-0 so far. Abed having a pretty good time. But you got to be careful. It is ranged versus melee. Yeah, you pop that Alacrity. You just hit him, donk him on the head a little.
It's of course a game again where Chuan is going to have some great setups for the Sunstrike across the map.
Why does Chuan have a Wraith Band?
Oh, he does?
He just wants the attack speed. Yeah, he's going for the Bassi, going for the old Aquila
I mean, this guy's got 80% win rate over 500 games. He
does.
knows in which situations, which items he needs to go and fancies the stats of the Wraith Band earlier on this game in this 1v1 matchup.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like it. I just like that it's something different.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to see.
Alacrity. Continued harass, and yeah, not very much kill potential from the Aster team, at least top, but bottom lane, that's going to be Fly going down. Yeah, they got plenty of it down bottom. Even, Arteezy, he'll have to go away in the double board. Look at just chasing him down. And
Double boars. The harassment, the CS opportunities that you get about being able to have these 2 attacks, or 3 attacks actually if you 2 boars and your hero all hitting 1 unit.
And that was the thing, like, who does Arteezy want to go against? Obviously, versus double boar versus gyro, you take a lot of damage from either one, and until you get those higher levels of Q, you do not feel safe.
No, neither of those lanes are great. They do definitely make it nicer having that Lich pick, but as we saw there, Fly is vulnerable himself if he's going for the save on Arteezy, so it does have to be
Did you see
careful.
that? He time walked forward and he attacked XSS, but then he attacked the recent boar.
Yeah.
He attacked the board that just got summoned because he knows, like, okay, the other board is going to fade, and then there's going to be this timing window where he has no boar out, and I'm going to have this really nice window. I've never seen somebody actually make that kind of play
Call
before.
for that, yeah.
That's cool.
Very long cooldown on that board you talked about. Top lane. Ooh, just instant, easily dodges that arrow from Cret. SCC. Ain't nothing to it.
I think one of the things about the flat cannon play, though, is there was this logic that you always wanted to keep the lane back. But against certain heroes, I think Gyrocopter's one of them, it's actually really nice to push the lane in aggressively in the very first round. Because if you can push a big wave into his tower, he struggles getting last hit.
I mean, Boca, with this double damage, he nearly does it there, taking down Fly incredibly low.
Any other pub player, you damn well know they're going for that kill, but
I mean, this
a little bit smarter.
This is great, right? You're forcing back Fly, and you're forcing this 1v1, and as we say, the Beastmaster's going to have a lovely time against the Void on his own.
Yeah, and Invoker actually has a 1 CS lead now, so you're getting the rune, you're making sure the Ember doesn't get it bottled up, steal his rune. I like it. It is getting the 5-minute runes right now, and Abed realizes, like, wait, they have control of bottom rune. I can't really go down there.
Nicely timed arrow, and that's going to turn into him stealing the bounty rune and probably getting this kill on Fade.
Got the stick charges, and in fact, SCCC's going to run in. Fade's still alive, going up and down the cliffs, duking out the right clicks. Fade will get himself away, turns for the hit onto Ramses. Elite 4 from Crit does secure the kill, but now Ramses, he's the one to die. They'll lose a support, but they set up for a kill for SCCC to take off the offlaner.
Yeah. And he as well. That's a 3 bounty rune because the Gyro got their bounty rune as well before he flew in. So Aster looking good in this early game. Less than 1,000 gold lead, but feeling pretty good. There's a solo smoke coming out of Crit actually right now. Looks like he wants to get these 2 observer wards down. Maybe an arrow on middle. Maybe just an arrow to get the siege creep.
They're just about to hit level 6 on Abed, so maybe they can go for a kill, but never mind. Flame Guard got taken out by the tornado, so.
An arrow will whiff. So yeah, looks like it will slow down again. Now this Faceless Void we're watching, XXS, he's having a pretty good time now. It is 14 denies though on this Void, so strangely enough, Arteezy not doing terrible down here.
He's playing it very well. Like this, it's a hard matchup, but
lane.
as you say, Arteezy he's doing a lot with the little that he's been given, been left in this matchup.
Top. Continued nukes coming from Fade, won't end up hitting. SCC on this gyro, has phase boots. Looks like it has Wand, has a Wraith Band ready to bring out. Has all the small items. It is 1,000 gold lead right now for Aster as they just slowly grow in this laning phase.
So Gyro's in trouble, but he's so fast. The arrow hit the Winter Wyvern instead, though, and they might be able to get that kill.
Jeez.
It would have been, you know, incredibly good if they'd actually killed SEC, because he is well ahead of everyone else in the game in net worth. He's at 3K net worth already.
Yep. That's his support dive, but as long as he's good, they're going to be okay with that. Only does have level 1 of that flat cannon, but continues to just try to do these stacks. It will shrine up.
And Tron feeling good, going for the no boots Midas. He's getting there on the recipe goal. He's on track. Nearly halfway there for that recipe.
They're just defending this tower bottom. Lich throwing up Frost Shield. And it is going to be that Void. Void is ready to go get a kill, but there's an Observer Ward just scouting him out in this top lane. They're still going to throw the Ravage out, though, and it just completely whiffs.
Oh, no.
And they get the range creep deny. And now Fly just goes down bottom. Uh-oh. The compounding feed.
What was the plan with the Ravage? Was that a misclick or?
I think it was a Ravage into a Chrono.
But he didn't have level 6.
It was Ravage into Arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. The Ravage into Arrow, and then Arteezy would come in for the extra damage. They just would need a little bit more damage because he would be gushed, right? So Arteezy would be able to do a lot of damage with just his right clicks. They kill him. Void gets his level 6, and then they TP the Tidehunter bottom to defend. But
that's a big timing though.
Ravage is very slow, and Gyrocopter's very fast.
Yeah, especially the phase boots. Yeah, you're tough to catch. Middle lane, Arrow is going to end up connecting, and yeah, Abed, he'll be able to get that kill. And I'm sure Abed, he likes this game a lot more than the ones yesterday. He's like, I can just sit middle, you know, play this one-on-one lane, but up top, Arteezy, the Rocket, will not connect. He'll be able to TP out. We'll follow him all the way middle, though, and they will get this top tower.
He TP'd mid-tier 2.
Yeah, now he's going back to the fountain.
Now he has to run back to the fountain. This is a different kind of walk of shame.
Will he dodge the rocket
There's
is the
dodge.
question.
Oh!
Wow.
Clip that on Reddit.
My God.
Didn't he just slow down his own farming time, though?
My God, Cap, what a play.
He's going to be slower getting back to the fountain, and then in turn slower to walking back out to hit creeps?
Oh, and I feel like Cap doesn't understand what swag truly like shows in
You're
Dota.
thinking about that minute of gameplay. Arteezy's thinking about his whole career.
Yeah.
He's thinking about the little
The
steps
highlight
to get to the
videos.
big places.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think Swag was right. I think he was trying to look good.
Abed will get this middle tower. Bottom lane, though, they are trying to dive down. They get an easy kill on the Earthshaker there, but Ramses, turns out it wasn't too easy since he'll go down himself, and well, that's a lot of solo EXP and gold for SCC.
Oh, yeah, this Gyro's having a great time.
Yeah,
Cap said he's at the top, and he's shooting even further ahead now with those sort of kills that he's getting, and drums are done. Phase and drums, couple hundred gold, great levels. This is, you know, he's in the dream Gyro position to be at 10 minutes in.
He is.
I love how active he's being. With the drums build, it's just going to get even better.
Uh-oh, Abed does dodge the stunts going out. This should just be another kill on the Earthshaker. He's having a rough one. We saw Boomy last game. He got hunted down. Bobaga, that's another quick death. That's only a second death. They were very quick within each other, but still, it's okay.
All right, Abed's going to have to do a lot here because he's taken the Invoker's mid tower, which frees him up to be able to rotate a little bit more aggressively. But the Beastmaster and the Gyrocopter have had such successful side lanes that he needs to kind of offset it. He needs to use the advantage he got from the Invoker mid matchup.
I was going to say that even then, you know, it's still a solid Midas timing from Chuan. 10 minutes in, getting the Midas up.
Yeah,
It's a
Chuan's not
very
down in
good
net worth at all. It's just more the fact that, like, he can freely move around the map
Sure.
because he took the mid tower, whereas Invoker is going to have to like be a little bit more farmy.
Well, 5-4, EG leads in the kills, but Aster leads in the gold. XXS. I mean, honestly, we haven't seen. He just played that bottom lane, moved top. He is a Vlad's. He's just playing it very simply, not really ganking around, just making sure, you know, keep the lanes pressured. Hope they're not farming too much. And Void is below. Void is the lowest core in the game right now, so he's done his job very well. Is going to go for the book next. Abed needs one more creep to finish up his drums. Meanwhile, the Gyro going for that first item, BKB, after the drums.
Okay, trying to make some moves here. Moonlight Shadow. They're trying to make a play at top while Abed's looking for the kill in mid at the same time.
Oh, look at this Beastmaster's positioning, though. They have a Sentry Ward down.
They're going to catch Twan at least. They already killed him with Ravage.
But that's the power of the Wyvern.
Instant. And they're going to lock
And
him
now,
down. The Roar?
oh no.
There's a Roar if
He's
they
going to
can
get
get
there
his
with the
time.
Roar in time, I think.
Yes, he will. Has a Q up. Winnie's alive. Will he get it, though?
Oh, it's not far enough.
Bad far.
Couldn't quite make it over the tree line. They'll lose both heroes there. That was the chrono attempt.
Such good positioning. Like, he's there, and not only is it good positioning for the smoke, he had a sentry down, so he knew that was coming. And I think Arteezy knew something else because, like, it looked, the Beastmaster was ready to roar him. Like, immediately, he just gets put under. And, well, you talked about the slowness, this chrono, this Ravage, and Ravage is on cooldown as well, by the way, so.
Yeah, they
got Twan.
They made two different plays at the same time, but they tried to do too much, in a way. You know, they used their two cores to run into mid to kill Twan, and they used the Ravage to be able to kill him. Like, that's great, but at the same time trying to make that play on Aster at top, like, that was just really reaching. Aster would have to be, like, really unaware to get caught in both of those bad fights.
So if you are Aster right now, you're up 1,000 gold. Your Gyro is getting pretty farmed. You just continue to play it slow, play around the cooldowns of EG. Seems like you're not in too big of a rush, honestly. You have a Gyro, you have an Invoker, you have an Earthshaker and a Winter Wyvern. Both scale pretty well in the late game.
And the thing is as well, with Aster's lineup, some of these cooldowns, I think you don't really care about too much. Like, sure, obviously they're great, Chrono Ravage, but you do have answers. And if your positioning's on point, at this stage of the game, you're not even that worried about them.
Yeah. And middle, they've got 3 of them smoked up, the other 2 just running along with them. They haven't found anyone quite yet. Crit barely making it out of the river. They're running down bottom. Arteezy. Are they thinking about going for this kill? They are, but
Yeah, he senses
Sixth
something's up.
Sense, yeah. All he's got to know is the Hawk flies over. We'll scout him running away. So it does buy a little bit of time for Dire to just farm up. They really are looking for this kill. XXS sticking around with the Earthshaker. They're like, we got to find somebody. They won't. Ramses will just farm up, and this is the EG. They'll just farm all your lanes. You're going to try to chase them, but eventually you will catch them. That is the downfall of how they play all 3 lanes. Eventually you will get caught, and you will be punished for it.
Another Moonlight Shadow play with the Chronosphere up.
Oh, if you get this is a huge kill. They're pinging. They know. They have the ward there as well. He might just be dead.
He's definitely dead. There's going to be no help even attempted coming in for SCCC, as EG do find that very important pickoff. Slowing down the Gyro's game is paramount to stopping Aster making plays.
It's great. That move is great because they still have Chronosphere and Ravage,
Yeah.
so there isn't that like really big exposed weakness like the last time.
Kind of strange place for a Gyro to be. Down in your own safe lane, your tier 1's already gone. That's more of like the space creating spot, and I feel like SCC is not the guy who wants to be farming down the space creating zone.
Yeah, that should be a space where like one of those heroes that EG doesn't feel good about.
Whoa. They do not like fly one bit.
Oh.
Ulti from Earthshaker into the Sunstrike. Kabloom.
You know what the worst part is? Bobica didn't get the last hit for the kill, so we got like 40 gold for that. My man's trying to build a blink. No, but he wants a blink dagger. The team wants him to get a blink dagger, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I think Bobica in that situation, you're not sure Gyro should be bottom. I think Bobica should be the one farming down there. Because he takes advantage of the lane because he needs blink dagger anyway, and EG aren't going to feel that good about ganking the Earthshaker bottom. When he's like on the bottom right part of the map, you're not going to love that positioning a ton.
All right, someone needs to get that bounty rune top. I'm getting angry.
Oh no, what, a full minute.
He's building up. He's
It
building
is,
up the
it
gold,
is.
you know?
Bad. Uh-oh, there's going to be the air. Do they have a sentry? No, they're just melting him down, though, through this damage over time, but Fade will slowly crawl his way out. Arteezy with that Maelstrom now trying to AoE farm those stacks we saw, and we're here. We're at the 7-7 kind of stalemate. Aster has pretty much cemented this 1K lead. It seems they're keeping up in farm, but does mean Aster is staying 1,000 gold ahead, and
I don't think, like, I'm not concerned for Aster. That's what I like about the way they drafted their lineup is with the early Void pickup, they counterpicked it enough with, like, so many good heroes against it. The Winter Wyvern, the Beastmaster are really good. That, like, I don't feel like there's this really dramatic timer. Like, God, you guys should be forcing something right now.
bottom, though. They're going to look Abed.
Sell your stop by the blink, blink away. Oh, good try, good try.
He gets it. Fly is there as well to help out. Will finally finish him off as Abed. And yep, he's the one making all the space. He is currently 4-0-1, involved in 5 of their 8 kills. No deaths. Abed just getting these little pickoffs everywhere, helping Arteezy farm, and Ramses as well. Ramses has a full hood. He's got phase, double bracer, has a Vlad's. This is a very scary and greedy Tidehunter, but he's getting away with it.
No, he stepped it a lot up from the games we saw yesterday where he did heavily fall behind in 2 of them. This time around, staying focused on getting those creeps, getting that money in, playing the slow game like the rest of his cores are.
They just picked it up, so they picked up the hood on Tide, they pick up the full Maelstrom on Ember on Aster. What are the big items? You just tied out that he picked up the Blink Dagger bottom before he died. You got the book, almost 2 on Beastmaster.
You got the
Gyro.
BKB.
Yep, BKB going Ags and X10 on Invoker. You're 600 gold away from that Aghanims. And level 15.
Hey, they finally found it.
There it is, 76 gold for that rune.
That's 15 more team gold than if you had picked it up at 15 minutes.
My God, that absolute value.
That 1K net worth lead doesn't come from nowhere, Grant. It comes
doesn't.
from the little things.
And you know,
15 gold there, another 985 gold here. Next thing you know, you've got a 1,000 gold lead.
that's all it takes, a couple of things adding up. Oh, smoke into a smoke. Yo, what up, Fly? Not much. He's just going to throw it out. Arrow will end up connecting with that beast.
They're going to try and fight. There's the Ravage, but the BKB's already out from SCCC. He's looking to commit onto the Lich kill. We'll find it now. Turns towards Ramses, chasing him down with a Rocket Barrage. They've got the Chrono out. BKB is going to now wear off, and now SCCC is potentially in trouble, but the save will be there. Cold in face, and Winter's Curse is trying to do everything to protect his Gyro, but it won't work. SCCC will fall as EG take the 3 of them down. Baboka himself should be fine, is hiding in the trees and does have the blink. Aster went hunting for that fight, coming in from the high ground, but EG no hesitation there at all. Getting the Chain Frost out. Sure, Fly doesn't mind if he dies.
He's going.
You're going to get another one?
Yo, what up? Dodges it. Arrow into a kill. Abed juking it out, and wow, that fight just felt like it turned the whole game over. I know it's about a 1.5k gold, but the cooldowns are gone now from EG. If you're Aster...
Sure. And Invoker wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't there. He's got his Ags now. I was just finishing that off.
Do you want to do something in this next minute? Like, what can you do? There's a tier 1 bottom that's pretty tough to get since Abed's always pushing it in. But I feel you have to punish something, right? No ultis, no Chrono, no Tidehunter. We'll see what they want to do.
I think they're going to find
20-minute runes.
Ramses is... It's going to be the focus. They'll put the Roar to secure the bounty, and he's got the Kraken Shell. Will get him out of there. Arteezy tries to jump in to help. Fish is there, but in fact the Fish is kind of saving Arteezy, but it does block him Ramses at least. So Ramses will die. BKB was committed once again for that by SCCC, and on the high ground, maybe they can find more. The setup's there from Fade with the Winter's Curse. Has to try to move in. But he misses it. Baboka won't find the connection. Arbit's able to dodge it now. EG, they can certainly turn and try and fight here. They'll jump forward, looking towards Fade and Baboka. Baboka starts to step away. Fly will pull him back with the Sinister Gaze. Arbed has found the kill on the XXS on the back. Baboka, has he got the blink back up in time? He has. Will manage to jump, but he goes in tower range. Ends up dying to the tower.
And now Arteezy, he is looking. One bash is all it's going to take. Will he get it? There it is. But he's getting pushed back.
Hey, just get the Curse Walk off. Have they got detection? They
do.
do.
Sentry.
Oh. 80. They have another
still have
sentry.
a sentry.
Yeah, wow, nice job. All fly just gets those 2 sentries down, and that's a godlike from Abed. Another fight. It looked good for Aster at the beginning. I was like, and then this Chain Frost comes out, and it just starts bouncing. And
You're right, and that was a fight where no Chrono, no Ravage.
Yes.
And Aster lost it. That's got to be scary. And that was Aster involving the Invoker. But as we saw at the end of that fight, you know, the Invoker sure has got his axe, but time dilation can just be such a nuisance. You just can't get out your combos.
yep, you see, and that's why Invoker going BKB next. He's
He
like,
has to.
I can cast all these spells if I'm not time dilated, if I'm not permanently bashed. I better get the old BKB. So there's a 2K lead now for EG. They've won the last 2 fights.
I like that Abed. He was going to go BKB. I'm not sure if BKB really protects you. Like, it allows you to play pretty fearless in fights, but it doesn't protect you from getting picked off because there's still there's so much Earthshaker chain stun, and it's instant that BKB won't save you from that. So I think Lincoln's is better for that, right? Winter's, he doesn't have to be as scared. It's Winter's Curse, maybe a Primal Roar.
Easy now. Will have his BKB in 300, which is a big one. The Gyro, we saw it popped his BKB. The all big problem with Gyro going that BKB first, he doesn't really do damage, right? We saw in that fight, he's standing his ground fighting. And you're like, well, that's not good. He's doing nothing to this Tidehunter anymore. Needs to get that Ags. Needs to get a +1 now. And that's the problem if you go these early BKBs. The greed, there's always greed on EG's side. If you don't punish it well, they will just start farming a lot.
And the fact that EG were able to take those last 2 team fights that both times Aster came hunting for, that's going to make EG feel real good right now.
It's a book 3 now on the Beastmaster, though. BKB picked up now by the Void, so they're going to instantly smoke with that.
Yeah, they used the arrow to kill the Hawk because they had a ward spot it as it moved into position. So they kill the Hawk. As soon as that vision's gone, they smoke up. Now they're going to find an opportunity. But Gyro does have BKB.
Instantly pops it. Oh, the Chrono. Fades in the backside, trying to help him out a little bit. Has an ulti.
And do the Winter's Curse.
Oh my lord, he died quick. Double damage on the Ember, by the way.
I mean, and again, it's this is on Aster's half of the playing field. They're just having to run away. Crit, getting that extra catch onto Tron. It is all falling apart as it seems now for Aster. They had all the tools, it seemed, at the start, but 2 bad fights they chose to take themselves. Now EG's in a position where when their ults are up, they can just do this. Come over onto Aster's half of the map, take a fight, and pretty confidently come out on top each and every time.
I like it. I like how Arteezy gets called out right by like the Gyro. It's like, well, you're gonna have to pop your BKB if you want to get me, or pop your Chrono. And he's like, sure, I will. And the fight, there just isn't really a fight. Abed pretty much 2-shots the Wyvern since he has double damage. If you're Aster now, you've just kind of lost control of the map, and that's the biggest thing. You're stuck on your side. They're gonna try to make a move now. Fade dodges the arrow.
Oh, the Voka.
Killerly Sunfly here, man. Gonna commit the
I mean, are they
ulti?
even going to kill him?
I don't know.
I don't think they are. Fly's able to just turn, throw out the Chain Frost. Ramses is on top of Baboka. A corner brace will be there, but Baboka is surely going to still fall. Does indeed to Abed's damage output. They are just crumbling Aster as EG are overrunning them every single fight. Ramses is in, Ravage onto SCCC, and it may just be a 3K lead, but it feels so much more than that as Aster, it just seems like they've lost the way.
Hey, but they got Fly.
They did.
They got him.
Dude, that, like, you know the Earthshaker when he popped that ult, he thought he was just going to, like, instantly kill. He's like, easy support kill, and then Fly's just still alive. He's like, oh, boy. I have definitely made a mistake. And now they get the bounty runes as well, so 4K lead. As you said, it does feel a little bit bigger because there's a lot of these fights they're winning without using their big ultis, right? They pretty much use the last Chrono and Ravage on a solo Void.
I mean, I feel like the best hope for Aster now is getting that BKB done on Chuan and then seeing what he can offer. Because so far, in every one of these fights, you know, this is an Invoker he's had a great start in terms of farm, but he's not really been able to do anything. Once the BKB is there, then maybe we'll see Aster have a much better potential in these team fights. But until that point, EG's going to know that they can sort of look to fight each and every time, and they will come out on top because Aster pretty much have a core that cannot turn up to the fight anytime Arteezy's there with a time dilation.
Abed is protecting his Beyond Godlike spree as the Lincolns now. If you think about it, when Earthshaker tries to catch this Ember Spirit, it's not the Earthshaker that kills the Ember, right? It's in fact you chain stunned him long enough for him to get roared afterwards. But now, like, he's got a protection against that roar, so his survivability is pretty high. But this many heroes.
Gotta be very careful.
Bobica really needs to find this. The Hawk is going to be able to spot him out.
Ulti still on cooldown for 4.
Massive if
This
they can
would
get
be
it.
a very big catch.
They
There
broke the
it
Lincolns.
is.
Nice.
That'll do it.
That's a lot of gold. XXS gets it. 900 of it.
Dude, all Ember Spirits, by the way, all Ember players love that line. What did you learn? It's so smug. You know, like he kills you. Like, what did you learn? It's just like, you're a dickhead.
Seems to be doing its job then.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Dude, I know Gunner spams it all the time.
Yeah. Well, they're going to get this bottom tower, and they finally they moved out of this sort of like middle area they were stuck in. They get a huge kill on Abed. Now they get a tier 1, and the possibility of just getting a free tier 2 bottom, all of a sudden, look at the gold lead. It went back from a 5k EG lead to, if they get this tower, under 1,000 gold. But Roshan is being taken right now.
Yeah, that is something good call by EG to like take advantage of Aster really pushing it to its limits. But Aster, good awareness. Thankfully, they are going to sunstrike it. This is not, maybe.
Abed's alive though, but
this is
Winter
risky.
Wyvern is. I like it. EG backs out.
They've got sentries down, so they see the positioning of Arteezy heading straight up into the high ground. They get the Fissure out onto the two of them and a blink back to safety from Baboka. He'll get himself away from this advance.
Cold snap on an illusion.
And Chuan, he's good to go. BKB is done.
This is big. He's got to get all his spells off here. And Ramses might just die. Nice arrow though.
That Fissure
Tornado.
will block Ramses off. Just the tip has trapped him. It's a perfect trap set by Baboka. That's Ramses down. 70 seconds, no buyback.
Is this just a maybe we walk into Roche?
Roche?
They're walking in there.
Well, yeah, with the Beastmaster in his army, they can take this one pretty reliably. They do still have Chrono. So maybe Arteezy can look for a big play, can look for a big steal. But it's not easy and it is risky. He's doing it without the backup of his Tide.
They had a Hawk in the back, so they know that they're smoked on this side. They know that EG wants to be able to fight this still.
Full Guardian Greaves on the Mirana. And man, the Roche, it stays low. Arrows continuing just fly in, scout it out.
Look at that long wraparound as well. It was drawn by Artor. It's just going to be Arbet making that move.
Yo, what up? Oh, and instantly gets his Flame Guard purged by that tornado on Abed.
It's all about the timing. He's going to get it! He gets the snatch, but the Winter's Curse will be laid down, keeping SCCC safe for a little bit. BKB's a pop. Arteezy's trying his best to fight up. The cooldown's out from SCCC, and Arteezy will back away. See if they can get anything more out of this. Aster, of course, getting the kill on Roche, but EG, Arteezy was able to snag that Aegis. See if they can fight on. Arteezy's going to head in. Chain Frost out. Does force out the BKB charge from Chuan, and Arteezy will be back with a second life. Jumps in, looks to focus him down, but Baboka, he's got the lockdown, the Echo, the Cataclysm straight down onto Arteezy.
The Shrine's going to heal the gyro.
Arbet is in trouble as well. He's jumping around the cold snap with Charge, but Ramsey's in with the Ravage, keeping Arbet safe. Arbet can turn, gets the double kill.
A regen? No way.
Is he? Oh, he gets canceled immediately.
He's got it in his bottle.
He does. The rocket, don't use it. He knows. Dodges it. Crit goes down, and what a crazy fight. It feels like Aster played that fight better, but Arteezy still managed to get the Aegis. He did die. Abed maybe should have died, makes it out, but I'd still say that's pretty good for Aster. I mean, because you did get the Roche kill, and you killed the guy who got the Aegis, which was Arteezy, so
yeah,
it's kind of just off the table now. And this Invoker,
He did have to buy back on SCCC though.
he did.
So that
hurts.
it's very close.
It's a pretty even fight, honestly. Yeah.
I would agree that overall Aster's probably a little more happy with it though. At least, I guess that they didn't. I don't know. It's, you could definitely look at it both ways.
You can. I think getting this Invoker 25, I sure know low cooldown BKBs like Void, Ember, Tide, all of a sudden this Ice Wall level 25,
Dude,
pretty good.
Bulbaca's wild.
He is.
He's level 15, and he went for the Tranquil Boots Blink Dagger build, and he didn't go the 250 mana. He skipped his level 10 talent.
Just, he's moving. He wants to move. Wind Lice, Tranquils, let's go.
I mean, most people who don't get Arcane Boots or any other intelligence item on Earthshaker are going to go the 250 mana. But he's like, nah, I need the maxed out enchant totem.
I need to donk this Ember.
I need the 30 movement speed, too, over the mana as well. It's a lot of priority for that.
And, the biggest thing to take from this fight is this Gyro is now 1,000 net worth above the next closest person. Do you like this Butterfly third item? We went Drums, BKB, Ags, and the Butterfly. There's a Roar. That's just a kill. Easy on crit. And all of a sudden, we're seeing these Roar Sunstrike combos guaranteed.
Because so I mean, why does he skip sort of that hit effect time like a Maelstrom or Diffusal?
Well,
with
I
the
think on it, there's only 2 items that are in consideration. It's Butterfly or Satanic. Right, because Satanic allows you to be able to have a lifesteal even though you're stunned, which is really nice, especially if you get off the active before you get chronoed. That can just single-handedly keep you alive and full health. Butterfly is also really good, but Butterfly gives you damage, and because he went for an early BKB build, he doesn't have great amount of damage. They're also going to be able to protect him even further. They're really abusing this timing because they're going to have Solar Crest soon on XXS. So they're going to have Butterfly and Solar Crest. SEC knows his job, by the way, in these fights. Like,
And
the way he's
Alacrity.
playing them is really smart. He's playing very far forward, and he's daring EG, like, hey, you need to go on me.
Yeah,
You
it's
need
the
to go on me.
Invoker
I'm going to
that's
force
carry.
him.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Cataclysm comes out again. That's
Baboka.
Arteezy.
It is. It was Arteezy. He's dead.
Hello. Not there anymore.
Second time they're back to back. The Baboka's managed to trip up the Arteezy boy.
And the Butterfly, he knows, right? Like, and Arteezy dying right there. Arteezy's not going to get an MKB anytime soon. He needs a defensive item. He might get an MKB. He needs a Butterfly himself. This Gyro might just be pretty untouchable if he doesn't get hit by all the AoE. He is the full Butterfly flying out.
He's going to be very hard to kill.
And this is looking pretty good for Aster. They're about to get this tier 2 tower top, controlling the entire dire jungle. We see pinks coming out. They might think of taking this tier 3, or at least looking at it. We see it crit, pops his ulti. And Radiant, they're just going to back out together. So Aster with a solid 3K lead right now. Abed doesn't have a bottled up illusion rune, pops his double damage rune. If he can find one of supports, probably just kills him off, but we'll see. He might see Baboka here. Dodges it, and yep, there's going to be an arrow. Nice tornado to take up the Flame Guard, though.
But the Cold Embrace as well, healing Baboka up. And now with the Winter's Curse, it's actually going to catch Abed.
Oh my god, it makes
on
him
the
fly
edge, drag him all the way around. They don't have any follow-up. In fact, Ramses is going to be the one to jump the high ground, but NCCD was quick with the BKB. Chrono's out, but the BKB was there in time
Nice
for
roar.
Tron. So he's not taking that much damage at all. The Glimmer Cape as well, keeping Tron safe. Tron trying his best to step away. Cold Embrace. They're doing everything to try and save this Invoker, but with the 4 of EG surrounding him, they will get the kill, and they're not done yet. Arteezy trying to find Faye, jump forward on the high ground, but Faye will be able to TP away before the chains are available once more.
Okay, that's not the worst thing for Aster, right? They used Ravage, they used Chronosphere, like they used both of those really long cooldown abilities, and the biggest kill they got was the Invoker, right? Like Bulbaca, he's not that big of a kill, so they pretty much blew all that to kill an Invoker. That's not that bad.
Yeah, they didn't even get the tier 2 middle. They just 2 gigantic cooldowns, as you said, for 1 kill and no objective.
And it really just feels, this Gyro he is a tough kill.
He is, and he didn't even have his Morbid, even with just that Morbid mask and the side gunner, like, you're just healing, even while you're stunned, even while you're sitting there. Your side gunner, does it attack while you're cold embraced?
Yeah, it attacks for everything.
It's just good.
So this is, oh Jesus, that arrow.
They both like dodge at the same time. I'm like, no, you tank it. Oh.
So it's up to Aster to take advantage of that timing, though, right? Like, it's all good to say, like, oh, we only lost an Invoker or something, but if you don't do anything in the 60-second window you're going to have when the Invoker's back, then that was a very effective fight for EG. And they didn't get punished for it.
And I said they didn't get anything, but they end up getting 2 towers out of it. They go top, and they just clean it out, so only 1 Tier 2 tower left. XXS will make it out.
Thank God, because like if it would be, again, if he gets picked off there, then they can't take advantage of the timing, right? They wouldn't be able to take a 4 versus 5. They wouldn't feel good about that. So good on him to recognize he needed to back out a little bit safe. And EG should probably expect a smoke gank coming in soon from Aster.
I'm curious, what item does this Invoker need now? Going for the sheep stick. Just wants more lockdown maybe on this Void before BKB. Tough now with that Satanic though.
He's gonna have the level 25 talent really soon. AoE Deafening Blast.
Oh yeah.
Arbed's on his way as well towards that 25, and of course the Axe pickup. He's going to have that combo pretty shortly.
Yeah, you just become so damn elusive.
Yes.
It's almost impossible to ever find this guy unless you get that roar. And I will say the Beastmaster, he's done a good job. During that chrono, even though they lost that fight, he got the roar off immediately after the chrono.
Yeah.
XXS always in the correct positioning.
It's so hard for Arteezy to feel good about his Chronospheres, just because he already feels kind of countered from the Gyro's build, and then there's no way he's going to catch Wyvern and Beastmaster both inside the Chronosphere, as well as, you know, whatever core he's going for, whether it's the Gyro or the Invoker. There's always going to be somebody to stop his damage.
And Ember Spear 24 picks up the eggs and has a bottled Arcane Rune. Here's going to be the Moonlight Shadow coming from Mirana. Who are they looking for here? Anyone, it seems. Arrow will whiff.
Now, Arteezy knows he can't just chrono the Jar on his own. He wants to look for something bigger. Arbed giving him vision on the backline, just jumping in and out so Arteezy has the information to play with. Now Arrow does connect onto SCCC. Cold Embrace will be used. That's going to get the opening to go on him after the Cold Embrace wears out. BKB will be popped. SCCC being focused down. Has Arteezy got the damage? He's bashing him up. The BKB wears off for SCCC. He's got to back away, but Arbed locks him down once more with the chase. Ramses, he's in with the ult for the Winter's Curse. It's not enough to save SCCC because Arbed with the BKB was able to fight through it. He's in. The Echo, the Cataclysm is bringing them low, but it hasn't quite killed them. The Chain Frost is bouncing around the entirety of Aster. The Chrono now out. Juan is dead. Buyback from the 3 of them. Maboka, SCCC, and Juan buying back to try and rectify this fight. EG,
Maboka's just dead?
They've still lost nothing. It's a dieback on Maboka. EG have everybody alive. A dieback as well. Oh, no, not dieback, just a death on Fade.
Middle lane, he could go down. Tornado saves him.
But EG, they lost. Everybody lives. They were able to take that fight, force out 3 buybacks, get a dieback, and they didn't lose anything at all. An incredibly crisp, clean fight there from EG.
Dude, what happened there, Shaker? He ulted before he blinked?
He ulted before he blinked. Oh,
so his jump in, he didn't stun the 2 heroes. He didn't do that extra bit of burst damage. They were both dead. 100%. They were both dead, I think.
Oh, no.
And then as a result, I think he jumped. I think it was Tide and Void. Yeah. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Arteezy dies in that situation from the Cataclysm plus the Echo Slam. And then
a lot of damage.
You know, if he dies there, then he's not able to get that Chronosphere that then solidified the second half of that fight.
I mean, that was just sort of excellent control all around from EG. The way it started with Arbed just getting in and out, scouting the situation, poking out some spells, and then the way that you didn't see the Chrono, the Ravage straight up, they saved it to the end. They both Arteezy and Ramses saving their ultimates for the perfect moment.
Oh, that was really unfortunate there. They blew Winter's Curse and Cold Snap about the same time, but Winter's Curse hit first. So he broke the Lincolns and Cold Snap went through. You have to be fast on the timing, so that's nobody's real fault, you know? Like, they both tried to cast it as fast as they could. It's not like the Winter Wyvern can wait for the Lincolns to go down. By that time, Ember would already jump away.
Well, he's going for the MKB next on this Void. Invoker, after that buyback, like it felt like he was close to sheep when I asked you guys like 5 minutes ago what's he going, and then after one buyback, all of a sudden, your gold is just crippled.
Yeah, he's level with his Beastmaster. You know, this is a 10-minute Midas Invoker.
He's got the 250 damage now on Ramses. Ramses played that last fight really patiently, by the way. When they got the arrow on Gyro, I thought he was going to chain stun off of it with the Ravage, but he just waited. He let SCC like panic pop BKB and just waited out the BKB, knowing, all right, now I have you at my leisure. I can jump on you at any time.
We'll say it is pretty hard to go high ground, obviously. Winter Wyvern, Beastmaster Axes, an Invoker, an Earthshaker. You're either going to have to get a great Chrono or Ravage from those two, or it's going to be hard to walk uphill, I think. They might try it out, though. They do have the Aegis from Void. MKB still flying out, so probably want to wait for that. But they're just going to start poking. Turns out it's very easy to go high ground, actually. Oh, arrow. It does hit the gyro. He has the Satanic, though, and Glimmered. Bold snap.
He didn't have the Satanic last fight on SCC.
He did not.
Right? So that does make like a really big difference. He doesn't have to commit his BKB as aggressively.
Oh,
that blocks into an arrow.
Abed not there quite yet. Now he's back.
Not easy. He's getting stunned up. Sunstrike onto him as well. We'll be able to simply jump outside of the base.
They just want to try to bring this tower down. Arteezy's just hitting only the tier 3 right now.
He's getting stunned once more, but each and every time just too hard to kill. I believe what he did take the backtrack talent, didn't he, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so yeah, very, very tanky Void now.
A sick thing about Satanic on Void, status resistance is great, lifesteal is really cool. One of the things when you're man fighting like that, right, and you're healing but you're also taking damage, well, the Time Walk will full heal you afterwards, right? Because it only undoes the damage that
He doesn't need to be careful.
He's jump forward.
Up.
Obviously, still has that Aegis, so not really feeling too worried about losing his mana. Abed getting a bit cheeky, jumping around, making sure that Baboka's not in position to make any sort of jump as this Earthshaker on the backlines. Abed very, very close to having an Octarine now on top of that level 25 and Aghanim.
Man, that one, those like two team. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Don't get him once. He's got the Aegis.
They barely get him, but they do. Has the Satanic BKB up. Can they somehow chain together and get this kill, though?
Oh, look at that Bulbaka. He didn't try and go for like a Fisher stun on Void as a respawn or anything. He's trying to set up for like the big Echo Slam on the end.
He is really, I mean, his team's not with him at all.
He
so
can't go for anything here.
no wards either. I thought maybe he's placing a ward, but he's setting up, as you said, to some crazy. There's a haste rune. Yoink.
Kill the...
Oh, no.
Go for it.
Well.
Oh, no, there's TPs to the shrine just in case he did chase.
Oh.
Nice arrow as well. This is just going to be a kill.
He's dead. Bulbaka has had a rough game.
Yeah, he has.
Not,
We have seen a couple of rough individual. We saw Boomy last game. It's just been some tough one, right? It's on these playmakers, and maybe they feel so pressured to make a play. It's just, you make a play like that, and it's pretty low reward, high risk.
You want to talk about proving yourself? You
Yes,
know,
I do.
SCC and Bulbaka, I think SCC's proven himself in this game. I think Bulbaka's not. Bulbaka's got to step up his game.
I would agree. I mean, you're the Earthshaker, and you've missed an ult. You've missed some chain stuns. It's tough. And now you're 60k down. Ramsey.
Teasing. Just a bit of a tease.
No BKB. He thought maybe someone would pop one like, uh-oh. Peekaboo. Can't get him, though. Now the Ember. He's jumping forward.
There we go. BKB popped. Now for the first jump here. Just trying again to force out some of these item usages from Aster.
The hell, there's a refresher orb on Ember?
Yeah, he just picked it up from the base.
Sure.
It's like, I'll take that. Double BKB duration. Refill of the Remnant.
Very interesting item choice.
So part of the reason Bulbaka really needs to step up his game is this game is like incredibly close, right? It's just being won by EG by the smallest of margins, that extra like 5%, you know? Because Aster is playing really well. Just think about like the Tidehunter making that jump or the Ember Spirit going on the Wyvern. They're protecting the usage of their spells really well. It's just Bulbaka who's going to get picked off again. He's the only one who's really like stumbling really hard.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he put the refresher to make sure he got over and killed him before the blink was back up.
I can't
for
believe he has a
Bulbaka.
refresher.
Like, Fade could have panicked and just tried to, like, Winter's Curse the Ember when he got gone on, or Cold Embrace himself, which would have led to him getting arrowed and probably, you know, nuked down.
Well, I think it's got to be a Rapier Gyro game, I think.
Yeah, you got to make something happen.
It's going for that all there. Okay.
The Abyssal, so you have a chance to bash in Chrono, I guess. Maybe
Sure.
save yourself. If you get that Satanic off as well, you're not dying.
Oh, yeah.
But still, Abed, he maybe goes Octary next as well. Has an Arcane
I mean,
rune.
Abed is having you just need to look at the KDA. 17, 1, and 12 on his Ember. He's feeling himself
29
this
of
game.
32 kills.
Yeah.
Simply amazing.
He's entirely taken over.
What did you learn?
And we talked about it. It is very hard to go high ground against Aster. They have all the spam, even the gyro ulti. You just have this low cooldown spam that makes it pretty hard if you don't want to fully commit to a fight. We'll see. Arteezy seems to be wanting to push forward. Has a full double damage bottled up. That means they have an Arcane rune on the Ember, a double damage on the Void. They got some good runes.
Oh, he went the Tornado cooldown?
I
Wow.
guess so.
So I think that's...
That's just, I mean, that's better for what they're doing right now, right? Just
Sure.
pushing out waves, I guess, defending. Obviously, if you do have that giant team fight, you probably want the other talent, but
Yeah, it's really good against Ember Spirit. I think it's good against the Voids, you know, Chronospheres and how he wants to time lock in.
okay. Book threes do go down. A lot of gold going the way of EG now, a 20,000 gold lead just like that. It really doesn't feel like Aster is that far behind. I mean, this Gyro, once he gets rid of that drum, just gets an Abyssal Blade or something, he's 6-slotted himself. It's very, I would say it's honestly pretty even game. EG's definitely in the lead. You have these big, you don't think so? I mean, they're stuck
I think
in
they're
base.
all items that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that gold does make a difference. The fact that you have like this Ember Spirit that's just so
But how do you break the
ridiculously
base, I
far.
guess?
I
Like,
mean,
do you just
they
commit
did
an
manage
ulti?
to get the melee rack spot. You know, it takes a lot of time.
Ooh, the smoke.
Aster,
They get stun off.
can they blow him up? They're going to try, but the Ravage is out. BKB and the Chrono catching the two
Oh,
of them.
no,
Arteezy
BKB.
focusing down at CCC. The Gyro in
Satanic?
trouble.
Oh,
He pops
no.
the BKB and the Satanic, but he'll die. The Curse wasn't quite there in time to hold Arteezy down. Buybacks coming out from both with them XXS and at CCC. That's EG with that, continuing to step closer and closer towards that victory. Arrow is there at CCC. He bought back for this. He needs the help. He's going to get a cold embrace, but with no BKB or Satanic available, his best attempt is to just try and run. He is managing to make it away for the most part. Can they keep him safe? It looks like they will be able to. No, Arbet to hunting, jumps in. Tornado, EMP will hold him back. Now the turn at CCC, he's got the Satanic pop. Can he heal up enough? The Cataclysm's down, but it doesn't connect on the EG. Still good to chase down as CCC runs back towards the fountain. Arteezy jumping in aggressively. There'll be a buyback from Baboka. Now EG, they have used their cooldowns. And Aster will be able to hold a little bit longer.
Oh, let's see if they can do some with Arteezy or no, he makes it out. Maybe with some cold snap abuse, but they couldn't quite do it.
Now EG are just continuing to step themselves closer and closer towards cementing this game one win. Refresher done on Ramses as well. 29k gold lead.
Next Roshan is like a guaranteed big win for EG, right? It doesn't matter if it's the Refresher Shard or the Aghanim Scepter, both of them are great on a Void.
Oh yeah.
So Aster cannot let this next Roshan go into their hands.
And now they scout the double damage. Guess who? Arteezy, he's already hasted. He's like, sure, I'll run bottom, even though Abed will take it from me. And now the Ember. I love that he used the Refresher again in the middle of that fight. He's just using it, as you said, to refresh his charges on his remnants. There's the level 25 on Mirana, so arrows to fly, and you're eventually going to hit someone, and you're going to get an easy kill from it. Almost fully 6-slotted on the gyro, though, on the other side. Beastmaster goes the 20-second hot cooldown, actually.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often. At least I don't.
That is the, like, what Beastmasters have been doing lately, because they just think that Vision's OP.
Which is probably fair.
Look at the eyes on Ramses. Ramses will pop the BKB. Poking towards SCCC, will put the first Ravage. Refresher popped. He's ready with the second one.
Oh, the basher hit from Side Gunner.
I'm going to see BKB will be forced out, as well as the Satanic from SCCC. A little worried about being chronoed. But now he has neither of them to rely on. Arteezy, if he can get his way back in there. Smoke up, EG. Won't quite be able to find the jump.
Separated. Oh.
Nice blink, but might not be nice enough.
Tornado?
They're nervous. Yep.
It's the first chrono down.
We got a bash.
Here's the BKB there. Ramsey's just getting on the back lines. The Ravage will set up for the kill onto Fade. Now with the Roar out, they're trying to turn. Arteezy's still so tanky though. SCCC stepping forward. Fisher's out. Cataclysm, will it do it? Brings Ramsey's low, but Arteezy's still good to go. Does get burn of mana. His mana is out. SCCC though is falling. The lifesteal, is it enough? No, it isn't. The gyro will die. Jump forward. The arrows from Crit clips onto XXS. They're on towards the base. Baboka does land it onto Arbed, but they've already tapped out. They're dead without buybacks. GG well played is called, and EG will close up this game one.
All right, Grant, this time it's your time to explain Bobaca's misplay. I didn't see it this time.
He was standing on the hill, you know, the one to go up to the Radiant Triangle, and he went to go just solo ulti the Ember, and the Ember just dodged it. So another completely whiffed ulti from Baboka. And if you're the Earthshaker, you're kind of the initiation on your team, and if you can't do it, well, we saw that fight was a shit show. EG was just like allowed to run around. The Chrono was pretty much wasted. It was on one hero that got cold embraced, but then that allows Ramses to come in, gets a nice ulti, and if your Earthshaker's not there to combo break him, then they're just going to right-click you down. And this Tide, he's just anchor smashing, healing for 1,000 every time.
No,
that game, it was close for what? Like, I would say 35 minutes?
Aster did have a hope at the start,
they
and then they sort of lost it, then they sort of regained it, but then overall,
the
I mean,
BKBs.
and the EG effect, right? You'd suddenly all these three cores are just multiple
Are
lines
farmed,
ahead.
yeah.
Like, everyone has so much farm on EG. Arbed with, yet again, I mean, he's had a fair few of them in the history of his Ember plays, but another one for the books there. 19-1 and 19. 67,000 hero damage.
Beast mode.
Pretty much triple anyone else on his team, anyone else in the game. Okay, SCCC was close. He did do a lot as well with the gyro, but it's the Ember.
Yes. 38
ridiculous.
kills of 41.
And just
very
all three of their cores,
Incredible.
right? You know, Arbed 29k net worth, Arteezy 29k net worth, and Ramsey 27k net worth. They were all just in such a good spot. They were just massive.
Yeah.
Definitely felt like Aster was doing a good job for the first like 35, 40 minutes of keeping up with the craziness of these team fights and keeping the chain. You know, like when they jump in, you know, I'm gonna cold embrace my guy. I'm gonna Winter's Curse in this scenario. It always felt like they were keeping their positions. The fights got kind of crazy, but Aster was keeping up. And then as the game gets later, the fights naturally get crazier and crazier with this Ember Spirit having his Aghanim Scepter, and they just started slipping up more and more. Bobaca, definitely. I think SCC also actually slipped up, like popping his BKB and Satanic in some situations, or
the last fight,
or in the second to last fight where he gets Chronosphere. If he gets a BKB or Satanic, he lives through that fight. You know, there's just a lot of those like little things. You just do it 10%, 5% better, then Aster doesn't lose the fight at least.
And I think Chuan's Invoke as well for 500 games, 81% win rate. He felt a little lackluster towards the end. I think those
Is
fights.
that just Exor Invoker?
I mean, I don't know. I think it was the fights early. I think the Void just really screwed him. Like he had those first few fights where he did try and help out, but he just ended up feeding Arteezy, as he would just turn up and get screwed by the time dilation. So. Maybe just next time, I can't remember if it was picked before or after the Void, but when there's a Void in the game, it's, Chuan knows himself, it's not going to be an easy game until he has that BKB, but still, he needs to have been careful to have not slipped up and given away that advantage by turning up before he was really ready to go.
It didn't feel like this game was. Do you think it was decided by the draft? It felt like anyone could have taken it. Like maybe
I
EG
thought-
had
no.
a little bit better, but it felt like it was just completely okay. They just misplayed Bobica, a few missed ults.
I
So
agree.
if you're going into the draft, you're just kind of resetting. You're not really like, wow, we really got owned by this Tide or something. You're just like, we just got to play better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that like EG just proved they're a little bit better a team, that they have these star players, they have these like individually talented players. They're also, all of them played for quite some time now, even Abed. So like they had that kind of confidence and veteran experience going into these late game scenarios, that they were just able to keep up with the craziness of team fights and perform a little bit better. And there's no shame in that. I don't think maybe there's little things that you want to do better, but I think overall it was a decent showing.
Yeah, definitely was. That means that is the end of game number 1. EG one step closer from that upper bracket. Aster one step. Well, I guess they're technically one step closer as well to that, best of 1 elimination. They need to bring it back. Could this be 2 very quick 2-0s? Or will they say, you know what, EG? We saw what Liquid did to you. They lost game 1. They didn't give a shit.
That's
Neither
true.
will we. When we come back, will Aster show that they do indeed not give a shit? Or will EG get a quick 2-0? We'll have to find out.